Electric vehicles have been gaining traction worldwide, not only for their environmental benefits, but also for their cost advantages over traditional gasoline-powered cars. Let's explore why EVs are often cheaper to own and operate than their gas counterparts. One can save up to $10,000 over an EV compared to an equivalent gas vehicle. Maintenance cost. Periodic maintenance of electric vehicles is far cheaper than their conventional counterparts because they have fewer moving parts and less wear and tear. EV maintenance costs around $900 against $1,300 for gasoline vehicles over the year. If you generally use regenerative braking, they never need an oil change, air filters, belts, transmission oil, or brake fluids. According to an estimate, one may save up to $1,000 on annual maintenance. Fuel saving. EV owners, while charging at home with a level 2 charger, can save an average of $900 to $1,000 annually, as they don't need costly fuel for their vehicles. Electricity is generally cheaper per mile than gasoline, resulting in substantial savings for EV owners over time. With the rising cost of fossil fuels, the price stability of electricity makes EVs an attractive option for budget-conscious consumers. Buying used vehicles. Buying a used electric vehicle can cost you as little as 50% of the new vehicle's price. Some EVs are believed to lose over 60% of their value in 3 years, and one can save money when purchasing a pre-owned vehicle. But by doing, you may face some issues in the long run regarding its mileage and battery replacement. Battery leasing. People may avoid buying an EV due to its high purchasing cost. Manufacturers are, however, introducing the policy of buying the vehicle while leasing the battery. It may reduce the potential price of an EV by 30% to 40% lower than the vehicle's original price. More people will consider buying an EV if its purchasing cost reduces considerably in the way mentioned above. Government incentives and tax credits. Many governments offer incentives and tax credits to promote the adoption of electric vehicles. These incentives can include rebates on vehicle purchases, tax credits for EV owners, and subsidies for installing home charging stations. By taking advantage of these incentives, EV buyers can significantly offset the initial cost of purchasing an electric vehicle. Long-term savings on operating costs. While the upfront cost of purchasing an EV may be higher than that of a comparable gas car, the long-term savings on operating costs often outweigh the initial investment. Over the lifespan of the vehicle, EV owners can save thousands of dollars on fuel and maintenance expenses, making EVs a financially savvy choice in the long run. Depreciation rates. Historically, EVs have depreciated at a slower rate than gasoline-powered cars. This is partly due to the fact that EV technology is still relatively new, and improvements in battery technology continue to increase the range and performance of electric vehicles. As consumer confidence in EVs grows and resale values stabilize, EV owners stand to benefit from higher resale values compared to gas car owners. Environmental externalities. While not directly related to cost savings for individual consumers, the environmental benefits of EVs have economic implications for society as a whole. By reducing greenhouse gas emissions and air pollution, EVs help mitigate the health and environmental costs associated with fossil fuel combustion. As governments impose stricter regulations on vehicle emissions, the societal value of EVs becomes increasingly apparent. Are electric cars cost-effective? EVs are easier to keep in the long run, but costly to purchase. People generally consider using these vehicles more economical than their gas-powered equivalent. However, there is some additional cost associated with them. EVs still have some less-known parts to repair and complicated systems to maintain. Electricity rates for battery charging vary considerably, and insurance may cost you heavily. The hefty amount paid as purchase cost is irritating, and the fear of gradually losing range and the nightmare of ever replacing the battery run parallel. However, it may have brighter prospects in the long run because it costs $300 to $400 annually to charge the EV battery, compared to $1,000 to $2,500 during the same time for a gas-powered car. If you are willing to keep your EV for at least a few years, saving on fuel and spending less on maintenance makes you feel good. Furthermore, owning an EV will increase your fair share toward a cleaner and greener environment.